Hi everyone. I think I'm live. I think I'm live. All right. Welcome to another one of my LinkedIn live events. Today's topic is one that has been asked to me quite a few times because I'm also a business coach. And today's topic is how to create high paying coaching clients with ease. Ease being the key word here because I'm very tired of seeing coaches being exhausted and burnt out with meaningless networking and writing content after content every single day with crickets to hear and running behind followers and whatnot, and again having actually no money in the bank account, actually having no paying clients. So today's topic is going to be me teaching you how do I actually create high paying clients. Again, high paying means anything that is above 1000 US dollars, right? So I'm going to be talking about my experience, how I have created high paying coaching clients in my business, specifically in the life coaching business. Now, why I'm saying that, because again, a lot of times what tends to happen is that a lot of business coaches, they talk about their own numbers in terms of the business they are doing instead of actually talking about the business that you are doing, right? So for example, if you're watching this, you're probably either an aspiring life coach or you're an existing life coach, right? Or you're a coach under training, whatever it is, right? So I will be telling you how did I actually land high paying clients in my life coaching business. Obviously I've done that in business coaching, but the thing is that these two things work differently and I want to be authentic to you. Okay, because something that I talk about often is that always learn from someone who has actually done what you are doing right now, not a form of it, not someone who is telling you that, oh, if it worked in my business model, it may work with you, right? So that is why I will be talking about my own life coaching business. Before I start, I'm just going to quickly check if my audio and video is clear. If you can see me and hear me, I would appreciate it if you would let me know. And if you're attending this live event for the very first time, how these live events work is I explain to you a topic in depth and I take questions in the middle as well as in the end. So you can ask as many questions as you want, either by commenting where this live event is visible to you, or you can DM me. And if you are someone who is watching this as a YouTube video, because I tend to upload all my live events on YouTube, then you can just reach out to me in my DMs on LinkedIn if you have a question, or if you would actually like to have a conversation with me one on one. You can also book a trauma informed life coaching session with me, or if you're an aspiring coach, then you can book a business coaching session with me where we do a deep analysis of your business, where you are and where you want to be. If you don't know, by the way, I also run my own life coach training and monetization program called LCTM, wherein aspiring coaches as well as existing coaches come under me. They train to become highly trained coaches and coaches who know how to do laser focused coaching. They learn how to monetize their business and they scale it. So, if you're an aspiring coach and you want to be in a program where you learn how to be a coach, no, and how to actually run a business and make money from it, then LCTM is the perfect place for you. Okay, let's see if we are visible and audible. If you see me looking down, it's probably because I'm either checking the comments that may come in, or I'm looking at my notebook wherein I write notes because I am a forgetful person. All right, we are visible and audible, so we can start. Okay, so I want you to notice the word that I used, which is high paying client, like how to create high paying clients. It is because high paying clients are created, not found. What do I mean by this? A lot of coaches tend to hyperventilate about this fact that how do I find clients? How do I find clients? Where is this tree where clients are going? How come some coaches are getting high paying clients while I'm not getting it? So for that, I wanted to understand that you create clients. You don't actually find them. There is no tree. There is no hack. There is no secret marketplace where clients are visible, right? Clients are nothing but people who want to avail your services. That's it. So basically, clients are everywhere, right? Wherever you're sitting right now, maybe you are in an apartment, or maybe you are in a colony, maybe you are in a standalone building. Whatever people there are in your area, that they are also your potential clients. So clients is not a special breed that you find in a specific place. Clients are simply people who understand the value of your service and they actually want to get it. That's it. So clients are created by the way you show up in your business. And when I say show up, I don't mean just in the way you talk or you coach. I also mean whatever goes behind in your business, whatever goes behind before a client or potential client comes and actually wants to speak to you. right? So coaching clients are not found, they are created the way your energy is and the way your strategy is, because high paying coaching clients are a result of the right energy as well as the right strategy. What do I mean by this? So before I tell you about the powerful three part process that I use in my business in terms of strategy to create high paying coaching clients, I want to talk a little bit about energy, because without energy, honestly, there is no business. Like, I would be lying if I told you that there's just strategy. Strategy is, I would say, 40 to 50% of it, but a very big part, that is 50%, is also energy. Both of them are equally important. If you are a coach who is extremely action oriented, you may have a bias towards strategy but not actually energy, so again, it's counterintuitive. Similarly, if you are coach who has a wounded masculine energy, and you struggle with applying strategies, and you find it very overwhelming, and you feel that I will just close my eyes and manifest and clients will come, then again, I want to tell you that strategy is equally important, right? So, I want to talk about energy first. Now, what do I mean when I say the right energy? So, you have to understand that the kind of work that we do as coaches, it's very nervous system based, right? At any point of time, as coaches, we all have our respective fields, right? Fields that pull in people to our energy, and how strong those vibrations that we're emitting is a result of the way you think and feel about your business and yourself. Two things: yourself as well as your business as well. So for example, let's say I can apply every single strategy in this world. If I feel that I am not a good enough coach, if I am very underconfident as a coach, if I constantly doubt myself and my coaching skills, then even if someone may come into my energy, the more they come closer to me, the more the energy they will get is that this is someone who's not sure of themselves, so they will leave my energy. So energy is feeling aligned with the kind of clients you actually want, feeling aligned in your business. It means that you are showing up as someone who is living your dream reality. For example, let's say if your dream is to become a six figure life coach, it means that you're actually showing up as that. You are confident in your approach. You believe that clients can actually pay you. You believe that your coaching skills make a difference. So, energy is that. Now, how do you check if my energy is aligned or not? Simply ask yourself, how do I feel about myself as a coach as well as my business on a day to day basis? What are my dominant feelings? Is it abundance? Is it feeling gratitude? Is it feeling purposeful? Or is it feeling skeptical, doubtful, feeling underconfident, feeling very pessimistic, hopeless, whatever it is, right? So based on the answer that you get will tell you whether your energy is right or not, because based on your dominant emotion that you're feeling, your energy field is going to be like that, and you will end up attracting people like that. You may show up like a very hunky-dory positive picture on social media, but if you yourself deep down are very underconfident, you constantly doubt yourself, you feel that you're not good enough, you constantly feel that, oh my god, I can't charge this much, that much, you will automatically attract people like that. And that is why I say that strategy is just half of it. Half of it is actually energy, right? So what you think about yourself and what you think about your business and what you feel about yourself and your business is extremely important. So I'm going to share with you my top 3 beliefs that I have meditated on, that I have actually repeated day in and day out. And again, when I say repeated, I don't mean like standing in front of the mirror and repeating like a parrot the way those manifestation coaches talk about. I don't mean that. I mean actually doing the inner work to believe in it, right? For example, I can stand in front of the mirror and say, oh my god, clients are coming to me from everywhere, right? And I do nothing for that, right? I'm not creating any content for it, I'm not talking about my services. So how are the clients going to come, right? So when I'm talking about these beliefs, I want you to understand that this is a result of actually being honest and doing the inner work and not just parroting those beliefs. So please don't confuse that. So the very first belief that I have consistently, thought about, because again, thoughts become things. Okay, what you consistently think about, it's going to manifest into your reality. And again, when I say consistently think, I don't mean convincing yourself to think something when you feel that I'm forcing myself to do that. I don't mean that. I mean being able to actually believe in your thought, right? Practicing those thoughts and coming in alignment with it. I don't mean just parroting those thoughts when you deep down believe that, oh, what am I saying? Or I don't actually believe in it, right? So, coming to my top 3 beliefs, the first belief that I've actually practiced is that my clients find me, hound me, and pay me. What do I mean by this? Now, I have often seen coaches who tend to chase clients. For example, they will send random DMs to people. They will, if they have had a clarity call with someone and they have not replied back, or they have said no, they will constantly run behind those people that, oh, let's get on a call, or what about this, and sending 100 follow-ups, and basically chasing clients, in any form. Could be DMs, could be calls, could be sessions, dropping hints here and there that, oh, you should buy from me. Basically chasing, right? And either ultimately pushing away the client because the client feels like, oh my god, what is this coach's ulterior motive to get from me, or them themselves feeling quite cringy while doing it, right? So I have never ever sent someone a DM to actually buy from me, ever. Like, I'm not even joking. I started in 2022. It's 2024 right now. It's been 3 years, close to 3 years now. And I have never sent a single DM to any of my clients, by the way. None of them. They all have found me. They all have found me, and they all have gotten on a call with me. Most of them paid calls, because my clarity calls are also paid, and they've actually worked with me. And all of them are high ticket clients, by the way. None of them are clients that are just 10,000, 15,000 rupees. None of that, right? So, what is it that I actually do in my business? I'm going to talk about it in the strategy part. But this is a belief I've always practiced. Because I practice this belief, I have found my clients like this. If I were to always feel that, oh my god, no, 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 I need to, chase people, I need to do this, I need to do that, it wouldn't actually happen for me. I actually consistently included this practice in my business. What do I mean by this? So when I say that you don't just parrot your belief and you actually put it into action, I've actually put this into action. See, personally speaking, I'm an introvert. Okay, I'm not a big fan of networking or socializing or whatever, and I believe that my business is to create impact, right? And I am not. I don't like the idea of cringe selling or being extremely salesy or convincing people to buy. That's really not my jam. Like, I believe that my coaching is powerful enough that if someone is having a conversation with me, it's enough to make up their mind. If not, then it's fine. I'm very willing to let people go. Very willing, right? And that is why every single client that I've gotten, they have reached out to me. They have told me that, how do I make the payment? How do I work with you? Tell me your calendar. I have had people who have taken an entire days off and 2 days off just to have a clarity call with me, right? Purely because I have operated at that vibration. Purely because I believe that the people who come into my energy want to work with me at that level, right? Not me compromising for them, not me chasing them, not me telling them, oh, let's get on a call, let's do this, let's do that. None of that, right? So, how I've actually put into action is I practice something called attraction marketing. My marketing is extremely aligned to my ideal clients. So I'm going to talk about it in the strategy part. So I put this into action. I did not sit in my home and pray to God, oh my God, let clients come to me, fall in my lap. None of that, right? The shit that a lot of coach training programs tell you, right? That just once you get your certification, clients will fall into your lap. Automatically, magic will happen, and they tell you to come to fake networking events and yada yada, and creating multiple this groups and events, and just creating this illusion instead of actual real paying clients, right? None of that. Having the belief and backing it up with action, right? So I actually put this into my business as action, that I practice attraction marketing, I do aligned marketing, and I don't just sit and pray that, okay, things should happen to me like that, right? So, because I've always had this belief, the first thing that has happened is selling is very easy for me. Because for me, selling is just telling people that this is how you work with me. That too, when they ask. I'm not behind people telling them, oh, buy from me, buy from me, buy from me. That's really not something I find appealing. That's not, I personally like, I don't like to buy like that. If somebody texted me every single day that buy from me, or they constantly followed up with me when I'm not interested, I would block that person, right? So neither do I buy like that, neither do I sell like that. I believe that selling is something wherein your client automatically will understand that how much they actually want you, and they will understand it based on the way you communicate to them. This is why I teach aligned marketing inside LCDM. So a beautiful part about LCDM, which 99% coach training programs don't have, is the monetization modules. You actually learn how to market yourself. You learn how to create content. You learn how to create content that attracts ideal clients. You learn how to create content that actually brings in high paying clients, right? So I practice that in my business, because I truly believe that when a client comes to you, they're already sold out. Okay, when you go to the client, you have to convince them. And personally speaking, I'm not a fan of that. I don't like that. So I don't do that. So I very, very firmly practice this belief every single day. The second belief that I practice is that my clients are resourceful. Now, what do I mean by this? So, from the moment I started my coaching business, I always knew that I don't want to be a coach who gets paid in peanuts, right? I'm not interested in fake networking events. I'm not interested in creating an illusion of myself on social media that, oh my god, I'm an influencer, I have so many followers. I was very clear, right? I became a coach because I love creating impact on the people's lives. I know that I'm a really good coach, and my learning curve is very high, right? And I'm ready to serve fully. So I was very clear that I'm going to be a high paid coach. So that belief was very clear in my head. But the issue with that happens to a lot of coaches who want to be a high paid coach is they don't believe in their client's ability to pay them. They start judging their clients, right? The moment client says something about money or about the family situation, whatever, they start judging the client. Oh my God, how will my client pay me? My client cannot pay me this much. So let me just give them a discount. Let me just do this. Let me just do that. So they don't believe in their clients. And when you don't believe in your clients are not actually going to create money in their life to work with you. A lot of times, I think maybe 30-35% of the times from so many people that I work with, my clients could not afford me right there and then, right? So they actually waited and created money in their life to come back and work with me. I have had people who had a clarity call with me 3 months back, 6 months back, even 1 year back, and they waited and they created money to work with me, right? And it was all because I'm not someone who says that, okay, let me just give you a discount. I'm not someone who believes that my clients are not resourceful. I firmly believe that my clients are people who are extremely growth oriented and they're resourceful. And why do I believe that? Is because my ideal client profile is like that. Again, something I teach inside LCTM for you to actually become a highly paid coach. So one of the characteristics of my ideal clients are people who are resourceful. So I believe in my client's ability to pay me. If my client is telling me a victim story, if my client is telling me a sad story, I don't buy that. In fact, as a coach, the best thing that I've done for my clients, and this is something that I've actually gotten as a feedback, I've had my clients tell me that, Rianchi, because you believed in us, we created that amount of money in our life, right? So I don't ever believe in the worst version of my clients. Even if that person does not convert into a client, I don't care. I don't believe that they can't do something, right? And that shows up in my energy. And I don't believe that my clients are victims. I know that whoever is a victim is simply not my client. So I believe very deeply that my clients are resourceful. I don't believe that if someone wants to work with me, they can't do that or they can't afford to. I believe that if they want to, they will do it, because I'm also like that. Whenever I could not afford my coaches, I created money in my life. It didn't happen instantly. I took some months, I took weeks, I saved up. I didn't go to expensive restaurants or vacations. I saved up and then I invested in myself. So I expect that same level of commitment from my clients and have actually gotten clients like that. But this would not happen if I consistently doubted myself, if I consistently doubted my clients, and if I kept changing my prices, if I kept giving discounts, hoping that discounts will pull in my clients, right? Ultimately, whatever you speak, right, it comes into existence. If you keep believing that I need to offer some discounts for my clients to come in, you create that reality. I don't believe in that. I believe that if someone wants to work with me, they will do whatever it takes to work with me, because I'm also like that. So I've set that standard for my clients, right? And because I've set that standard for my clients, I don't get clients who are in a victim mode. And obviously, it didn't happen overnight, right? In the initial years of my business, initial months of my business, I did not have this clarity because I did not have a really good mentor in the beginning. So I used to get clients with a victim mentality, and my instant thought was like, why? Like, these are not my clients. I don't want these clients, right? Because the thing is that when you charge very less hoping that you will get more clients, all you get is low quality clients who will trouble you a lot, who will not actually do the inner work, and who will put all that burden on you. So low paying clients are actually not worth it, right? So I checked in with my energy, and obviously I learned how to be more strategic, right? I learned how to be more clear in my communication with the universe as well, not just with the people, right? So I made it very clear that I'm not open to clients who are stuck in a victim mentality. That's just not me. Even if they came to me and they told me that they want to work with me, but can I give them discount? My answer is a straight no. I always say them, it's okay, don't work with me right now. Take some time, or maybe I'm just not the right person for you. So I'm willing to let the person go. And because I'm willing to let the person go, I feel very easy about selling. I feel very easy about my prices. I feel very easy about whatever it is that I'm doing in my business, because that rules are very set. And this is the same thing I'm teaching teaching to my students inside LCTM. That level of setting a standard for your client, that level of being very clear in your energy, that's how you actually develop a mindset to have a six-figure coaching business. Otherwise, you're always going to be messed up. You're always going to be here and there and not really clear with what exactly you want, right? And as a result, you will also get clients like that. You'll also get inquiries like that from people who are not sure what they want in their life, who say, oh yes, I really want to invest in myself, but I don't have the money, or it's not the right time. Why do you want people like that? There are people who want to pay you, there are people who want to work with you, but they will come to you when you first invest in yourself to actually get your brain coached. And inside LCDM, every single Friday we have a group coaching call. By the way, if you don't know, one of the most beautiful parts about LCDM is that LCDM is a lifetime program. It's not a 2 month, 3 month, or 4 month program where you feel rushed to complete the program, or where you feel like, oh my god, what will happen. No, my students are not only just full-time coaches, they're also corporate professionals who are building the business on the side. And I do not want my students to feel rushed. I never wanted my students to feel rushed. In fact, I also got some people who told me that, Yansha, you crazy, why are you making this program a lifetime? It would be so much better if you did it membership, or do it like 4 times year, like a cohort or something. I'm like, I don't want to do that. When I was a coach and I was transitioning from a corporate job to a coaching business, I wanted a program like this. I wanted a program where I'm getting coached every single week for my personal limiting beliefs and business blocks. I wanted a training program where I not only get properly coached, properly trained as a coach, people teach me how to make money, right? They help me monetize. I did not have a training program like that, so I felt very lost. So LCTM has been born purely out of my love for the things that I wanted to do for coaches, right? It didn't make a lot of sense to a lot of people because they didn't understand about my journey. All they looked for was how can we get the most amount of profits from coaches by making them desperate. I did not want that. I wanted my coaches, my students, to feel easy when they're inside LCTM, because I like to do my business like that. I like to do my business with a lot of ease, with a lot of conviction, with a lot of confidence, and with a lot of clarity. And that cannot happen if I'm constantly thinking about, oh my god, 1 week is left for my program, 2 weeks is left for my program, I have also have to learn how to make money, I don't know how to do this, do that. None of that. I wanted my students to feel the same ease that I feel now, which I did not feel back then in the first year of my business. So, if you are someone who actually aspires to be a coach who has ease in their body, who not only becomes a world class coach, knows how to monetize their business, you become a true entrepreneur by actually making money. Because again, if you just want to be someone with a certificate, you can get your coach training from anywhere done. Get it done from anywhere, doesn't matter. But if you actually want to be a highly paid coach, learn how to monetize your business. And if you want to keep working on your you want to keep doing your inner work, you want to keep working on your limiting beliefs, then LCTM is the perfect place for you to be at. Specifically, if you are someone who aspires to be in ease, if you are someone who likes fancy titles, if you're someone who believes in whole the show off of networking events and all that, LCTM is not for you. Because I am a trainer, like I am the one who's hosting LCTM, and I don't do that, all of that, right? So I also make this clear to people who want to join LCTM, that if you are looking for an impactful business, impactful business that actually makes you money, you're welcome to join inside LCTM. If you're looking for fake awards, certificates after certificates that has no meaning, and networking events that again has no meaning, all of that, not inside LCTM. So you're not the person for me. So because again I was very clear, my students inside LCTM are just like that. They are focused towards building an impactful coaching business, and not in the whole illusion of social media that, oh my god, I'll write, I have won this award, that award, and I'm going this and there, right? Now, the third belief I practice is my clients are ready to transform. How do I practice this? How do I actually practice this belief? So, the first thing is, as I told you, that one of the characteristics and qualities of my ideal clients are that they're not victims. Okay. Anyone who is a victim is simply not my client. And I knew that from a very early stage of my career, that anyone who has a victim mentality, who is not willing to change, who doesn't want to do anything, doesn't want to take any action in their life, is simply not my client. And I don't mean it in a condescending way, because again, the ability to not take actions also stems from trauma, right? I'm a trauma informed coach, but even then you actually have to take some steps to move forward in your life, right? I hear a lot of trauma from my clients, right? I'm an intergenerational trauma coach as well as a childhood trauma coach, so I do a lot of deep work. But even then, it cannot happen if the client doesn't want it, right? So anyone who doesn't want any kind of growth is not my client. So I have always believed that my clients are ready to transform. And how do I practice this belief? I practice this by creating content, by speaking to just my ideal clients. My content does not speak to people who are in a victim mode. My content and even the way I talk does not speak to people who are in a victim mode. They may get triggered, or they may feel that, oh my God, she's not talking about the positive and hopeful stuff and all the butterfly and all that stuff, because it is not for that, right? When you are stuck in a victim mode, you're always looking for a quick hack, right? You are looking for positive motivational quotes on Google. That's not my business, right? You may need late night motivational videos for that. So, because I always believe that my clients are ready to transform, when they get inside a coaching session with me, I believe in the highest version of them. I do not buy any stories of my clients where they tell me that they can't do this is happening, that is happening. I believe in the highest version of them, and I hold them gently through whatever they are facing. And how do I do this? I combine it through the trauma work that I do, and I combine it to the mindset coaching that I do. Again, the coaching part I'm teaching to people inside LCTM. I hold space for them, I challenge their beliefs, and I do not buy into a version of them that they can't do something, which is something that they sometimes tell me, right? Sometimes clients come with a lot of stories in coaching sessions. Again, I'll talk more about how to conduct transformational coaching sessions in the future. But clients come to us with a lot of stories, and I don't believe in any of that. I believe that my clients are ready to transform, and as a result, my coaching is also like that. My content and my marketing is also like that. And a lot of time what happens is that a lot of coaches, they tend to speak to very disempowered clients, or they speak to anyone and everyone, right? As a result, they also get anyone and everyone except paid clients. So to avoid all of that, it's very important to actually speak to people who you want as clients, not people who you don't want as clients. For example, writing for people who do not want to buy from you. Why would you want to write for that, right? Why would you want to write for them? Write for people who would love to buy from you. So these are the three beliefs I practice. And again, I'm using the word practice. I'm not using the word sitting in front of the mirror and closing my eyes and parroting those beliefs. No, I put these beliefs in action. And again, all of these beliefs I teach inside LCTM in action to my students, right? Not just telling you that, oh, practice these beliefs. No, put it into action. Now I want to talk about the three-part process I actually use to create high-paying clients apart from the energy work. So this is the energy work that I do. These were the top three beliefs. I do a lot of inner work as well. Again, something my LCTM students do instead of Friday calls. And now I want to talk about the strategy part. Before I do, I'm just going to check if I have any questions so far. Okay, we don't have any questions as such. Okay, we can continue. I feel like I used to do a lot more live events, and for some reason, not for some reason, actually, I know the exact reason. I was busy with LCTM and I was busy with other things, because of which I kind of reduced the frequency of live events. But I promise to bring them back now, and I will try to do at least two events every week if I can. If I have the time in my calendar, I will do three, but I will try to do more. All right. So, when it comes to the strategy part, you have to understand that your business is divided into three parts. And I want you to think in terms of your client's point of view, how your client sees your business. The first part of the business, or the first part of how client sees your business, is when the client is getting to know you before the coaching session, right? They have not booked a session with you, right? They're getting to know you, which is how is it that they perceive you before they book a call with you. That's the first part. The second part is, what is the understanding they have when they are having a conversation with you. This is the coaching session part, right? That they booked a call with you. The third part is, how do they feel after the session has ended, right? Now, if I had to assign the importance, like percentage importance, how important these are, the first one is 30% important. The second one is at least 50% important, and the third one is 20% important. Comes to 100%. Most coaches, right, very talented coaches as well, they only focus on the middle part. They only focus on coaching sessions. And the issue with this is that when you are just a good coach but you're not a good business owner, you will end up doing free coaching all your life, or you will hardly make any money. You will have to go back to your job, or you will always struggle with money, because you are just thinking as a coach right now. You're also business owner, right? You are someone who also has to take responsibility of creating clients, not just coaching them. This is why inside LCTM we have monetization modules, purely because of this. Because I was so tired of seeing coaches struggle with money purely because they don't know how to create clients, right? So, coming to the first part, which is before a coaching session, right? So here are three questions I want you to reflect on, right? So the very first question I want you to reflect on is: do your clients actually know your expertise, right? So before someone books a call with you, they are not going to just find your profile and just book a call with you. They're first going to find your profile somewhere, right? And they're going to consume content, right? They're going to consume whatever it is that you put out, resources and content and whatever. So, through your content and through your resources, do they actually know your expertise? Do they actually understand the level of work that you do? Do they understand the depth of work that you do? Do they, when they consume your content, can they see that you are actually an authority figure in your niche? That's the second question. Do they feel that you are an authority in your niche or not? Whatever your niche could be. You could be a career coach, you could be a business coach, you could be a life coach. I don't care, right? We have all sorts of people in LCTM. Do they believe that you are an authority in your niche or not? That's the second question I wanted to reflect on. And the third question is: the people who are consuming your content and ultimately booking calls with you, are they your ideal clients? Which means that the person sitting in front of you, is that someone who you would love to work with? For example, I am not just a business coach and life coach trainer, I'm also a full-time life coach, right? And I coach a lot around confidence and anxiety, and I do a lot of trauma work. Now, confidence is not a very, I would say, niche issue. It's something that a lot of people struggle with. Does it mean that everybody is my ideal client? The answer is no, right? Somebody could book a call with me and they have confidence issues, they're sitting in front of me, but this is an individual who is stuck in victim mindset. They have confidence issues, but they don't want to do anything about it. They want to crib, they want to complain, they want to whine, but they have confidence issues, right? Is this an ideal kind of client for me? The answer is no. My ideal client is someone who may have confidence issues, yes, but actually wants to work on it, right? So ask yourself that the kind of clients I've been talking to, the kind of people I've been talking to, I would not call them clients. Clients are people who have actually paid you, right? So are these people actually your ideal clients? Would you love to work with them? Or do they tell you they can't afford you, they can't work with you, they don't have the time, they don't have this and that and yada yada. Excuses, excuses, and excuses. So if these three are not aligned, it means that 30% that should be very aligned for you to actually get to that 50%, that is people booking a session with you, is not correct, is not aligned. And how do people actually understand whether you are an expert in your niche, whether you are an authority in your niche, that you are the person they should be talking to, and that they actually are your ideal client? How does all of this align? This aligns when you have aligned marketing. It means that your content and your client creation strategies are aligned, right? It means that it is aligned with the vision that you have, revenue wise as well as impact wise. And this is what I also teach inside LCTM under the monetization models. This is exactly what I teach, which is creating aligned marketing for your business and not just shooting arrows in the dark. What I see a lot of coaches do is that they paste Google copied post, Google copied a post on their LinkedIn. They will write motivational quotes. They will take screenshots of Instagram, put it on LinkedIn. They will repost other people's posts. They will write random things. They will do random things, right? But not get paid clients. What is that? If money is not hitting your bank account, it means that your coaching business is not going in the right way. And I don't mean it in terms of that you should be making money every single day. No, of course not. It's a business, there are ups and downs. But take like a time chunk. Okay, see your business for the last 4 to 5 months. See how much money you've actually made and see, are you satisfied with it or not? Be realistic and be honest about what exactly are you doing in your business. If you're not making any money, if you keep getting either unaligned people or you get no people who book your calls, it means that this 30%, which is extremely important, right? This could probably be 40% also, very important, is going to waste, right? And this is resulting into you wasting your time and energy. So aligned marketing is what actually establishes you as an authority, because you have to understand that when someone is coming and sharing their problems with you, they need to trust you, right? And trust is not just built inside the coaching session. You have to understand, you have to think like a client. Why should I book a session with you is the first question the client will think. Why should I book a session with this person? So the trust building starts to form before someone comes into your energy and book a session with you, right? That's why there are coaches who charge for the clarity calls and they still get their calls booked, and there are people who keep on doing free clarity calls, yet people don't book with them. What is the reason? It is not the free and the money that makes a difference. It is the amount of trust that people have on you, right? So when you are unable to establish that trust before a coaching session, you either get clients who are just passing their time, or you don't get clients at all. You don't get people in your clarity calls at all, or it's a very once in a blue moon thing. It's not consistent. And a business, to have consistent revenue, you need to have consistent systems in place. So if this is not happening, it means that aligned marketing is not there. So you need to learn monetization. Okay. Now, the second part, again, a very important part, is how does a client actually feel when they're in the coaching session with you? So, again, I want you to reflect on three questions here. First is, are you able to help them? What do I mean by this? Now, if you're an untrained coach, right? If you are someone, maybe you did your coaching program from a place which was not really great, you have forgotten how to coach because you took a pause, or you are not an untrained coach, but you're calling yourself a coach. Unfortunately, I know some people like that. For whatever reason, you don't know how to coach. Okay. But you don't know that, right? You feel that I have a certificate, so I'm a coach. So ask yourself, am I actually able to help my clients? And be honest about it, right? Am I actually able to take my client from point A to point B towards the result that they actually want? Do my clients actually want to keep working with me? That's the very first question, right? The second question is, does your client feel actually connected to you? And this is a very important question. When I say connected, I don't mean friendly. I don't mean that you're making them laugh. Oh my God, no. I mean that the client feels completely seen, heard, and understood by you. That when you are in the session, you are not trying to think that, oh my God, I will rescue my client, I will save my client, I will help them. But you actually are acting as a coach, as a facilitator of the transformation, and not someone who is acting like a superior individual to the client, which is again a reflection of you being untrained as a coach, you not getting feedback on your coaching, right? Something LCTM students never experience, because again, they get lifetime feedback on the coaching in the Friday group coaching calls, as well as they get to learn the ethics and the rules of coaching inside our training modules. So if you constantly have this feeling that I don't know how to help my client, or oh my God, I need to save my client, oh my God, I don't know how to help this client because I've never dealt with this problem, it's because you are not a properly trained coach. You don't actually know how to coach as an impactful coach who facilitates transformation instead of coming from a place of that I will save my client, right? So ask yourself, do they actually feel connected to me? Does my client feel that they does my client feel that they can share anything with me? Now, the third thing is, are you actually able to be in 100% service? Which means that when you are in the coaching session, are you actually serving the client, or are you here and there in the air? You're thinking about something else. You're feeling that, oh my God, I have absorbed my client's emotions. You start daydreaming, you start overthinking, you start thinking, oh my God, what is the next question to ask? Are you able to be in a 100% service or not? Because the work that we do, right, as coaches, it's a very nervous system based work, right? So whatever we feel, our client can feel it. So when you're an untrained coach, the client can sense your confusion. The client is not stupid, by the way. You can call yourself whatever you want on social media. That is why I don't care what you do on social media as much as I care about the value you're providing. Okay. So, for example, I do know some people who write coaches randomly on their LinkedIn bio and stuff like that. It doesn't mean that they are coaches. It doesn't mean that they're actually making money from the coaching service, because clients are not stupid, right? Clients can sense whether you can help them or not. So that is why aim to become a properly trained coach. Get feedback on your coaching sessions, get feedback on your client case studies, get feedback on what you think is happening. Something that happens inside LCTM every single week for your life, right? Now, coming to the third part, which is the last part of the equation, which is after the coaching conversation. So, here again, I wanted to ask two important very questions. The first is, are you able to sell effortlessly? Which means that for example, let's say that you had a great coaching session, okay, with a client, and now you want to quote your prices, you want to pitch your service, you want to propose your service. How comfortable do you feel selling? Do you, like, you want to say a number but you say a reduced number? You get scared in the moment that, oh my God, what if the client says no? Or you feel this desperation, oh my God, everything has gone good, I don't want to ruin it, so let me just quote a smaller price. You instantly give a discount even when you don't want to. You feel nervous about quoting a price, so you say that, oh, let me text you, let me send you a proposal later on. Basically, you do anything but actually tell the price of your coaching services. Or when you're doing it, you constantly have this doubt, oh my god, what if this client says no? If this is the only chance I have to make some money, what do you feel when you're selling? It's a very important question, because this is again going to determine how comfortable your client is going to feel. The more discomfort you have around selling, it's going to get visible in the way you sell. See, selling should be the easiest thing in the world. Okay, selling is what you helping your client. It's literally you helping someone, so it should not be this hard. But it becomes hard when you don't have a good relationship with money or selling. Again, something that we fix and we work on inside LGTM in our Friday group coaching calls. For example, something that my students bring in our Friday calls is how they feel about charging a certain amount of money, and I coach them around it. And as a result of it, their nervous system expands, because how much you charge is directly proportional to how much money you feel comfortable with in your nervous system. You may feel that, okay, I want to make 1 lakh a month, but the moment you want to say that, okay, I charge 15,000, even that is not coming out of your mouth. You feel that, oh my god, I can't charge that. So when you have such limiting beliefs, or whatever relationship you have with money and selling, it affects how you sell. It affects whether the client gets converted. And more than that, I would say it affects your ability to be a highly paid coach or not. Because to become a highly paid coach, you actually have to quote the price, right? You actually have to charge that much. If you're unable to do that, then again, what's the point of any of it? And the next question I want you to wonder about is that, when the session ends, does the client walk away with clarity and ease, or is the client confused? Does the client have clear instructions about how they can work with you, or the client is left wondering, I don't know how to work with this person, because you are confused? Does the client walk away with clarity and ease as to what is the solution to the problem, or they feel confused? And this the confusion often happens when you yourself are confused as a coach, right? The client is willing to hear you out. The client will hear everything you have to say, and that will happen when you are very clear in your conversation and your communication with the client, right? You're able to explain to them what are the next steps. You're able to explain to them how they can work with you. You're able to explain how exactly the process is going to look like. And this is where your communication about your offer comes into the picture. So when it comes to running a highly scalable coaching business, or creating highly paid clients, it's not about some magic strategy. It's about small things, and honestly, it's mostly about being clear and confident. And I'm not saying fake confidence or delusional confidence. I mean confidence that is rested on proper skills and proper training, right? And when I say training, I don't just mean training of the coaching certification you get. No, you can get it from anywhere. I don't care. I don't care that you're a certified coach. I care that you're a properly trained and impactful coach. I know many people with certificates sitting in their home having zero clients and no money. I don't want you to be like that. I want you to be a paid coach. What I mean by training is someone whose mind is expanding every single week, every single month, where you know that your brain is expanding as a coach, because your brain is the biggest asset in your business. Your coaching business is literally coming out of your brain, it's not coming from anywhere else. As a coach, right, you are not a shoe seller, or you are not you're not someone who's selling like an outside product. You're selling a service that coming from your brain, right? So your brain is your biggest asset. So when your brain is not expanding, that is when you sort of hit this plateau where you feel that I don't know what to do. And this is why I've made LGTM lifetime, and this is why inside every Friday group coaching call, not only do you get to bring your personal problems and your business problems, you get to discuss your client case studies with me, you get to discuss any roadblock that you're facing, and I coach you right there and there, right? So you don't ever feel stuck when you're inside LGTM. You constantly have momentum. Okay, so that is it from my side today. I'm just going to check if we have any questions so far, and I'm going to wait for a couple of minutes if someone has any questions, and then I will bid goodbye. Where can I find LCTM? So, if you go to my profile, you will see this link tree there. You can just click the link there, and you will find LCTM there. Or you can just DM me LCTM. I'll send you a brochure. And if you would like to get on a free consult call with me, if you have any questions about LCTM and you want to check whether you're the right fit for it or not, you can just text me. And by the way, I also have a free training on how to create a six-figure life coaching business, right? And it's available for free. You can just DM me free training, and I will be very happy to send the training to you. I feel scared when I have to quote the price. I like to type the price in WhatsApp. Okay. So, first of all, I want you to know that you're not alone. Okay. You're not alone in the sense that a lot of people feel that way when they have to quote a price, and this often happens when we are not used to selling. This often happens when we feel that quoting money means that, oh my god, the client will run away, or it will create a wall between you and the client. So when that happens, you may feel discomfort around selling. So I would say that you have to work on your relationship with selling here. I would ask you to journal what do you feel about selling, and how does that relationship replicate in other areas of your life. For example, when LCTM students come inside our Friday group coaching calls and they actually ask me about questions like selling and the roadblocks they're facing, I often do deep work with them right there and then. Right, so the relationship we have with selling is often also a relationship that we have had with money. So if you've had a very tight relationship, or you tend to attach self-worth with money, money or quoting any price can make you feel uncomfortable, right? So if I were you, I would work on my relationship with money. Okay, so I don't think we have any questions yet, and I also think it is time for me to leave. If you have any questions, post you watching this live event later on, you can always DM me. My DMs are always open. And if you would like to enroll in LCTM, you can again DM me LCTM and we'll get on a call. I also have a lot of free resources, free trainings, and I also have a free WhatsApp community of coaches where I write every single day on how to build and scale a 1% life coaching business from scratch. Right. So if you're someone who wants to create impact in other people's life and you have always aspired to become a life coach, you're very welcome to join inside our WhatsApp community. You can find all the links on my LinkedIn profile. All right. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. I will see you after probably 3 days for another live event. Keep a check on my LinkedIn profile where I announce all the live events. Bye bye.